What's poppin', beautiful people up in YouTube lane? I put the 3 and G value, feel me? In this vid right here, being a high value man doesn't mean you will get more women. I mean, that is true. That is OD true. Because in a sense, bro, if it's multiple aspects of being a high value man. Like just being a high value person in general, bro. Like you can't just like if you just working on like your career for instance, yeah, you could be high value in your career, but you could still be a lame ass nigga, bro. You gotta work on every aspect of your life. And then that will make you like, you feel me? The truest high value. That's why you see like people like rappers or like entertainers and shit, and then like they just attract feet like these not shit having females, or not even just you be hearing allegations of like somebody raping somebody or the case may be, bro. It's because son, they might be a high value rapper or whatever the case may be, but they lack substance in other areas. You feel me? But let's hear what homie guy says. Hear what homie guy say.
Was
Okay.
It's your boy, Oshay Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Guys, I want to talk about the video that Alpha Male Strategies put out on this channel, which talks about high value men. Now, this is something that's interesting.
And then the thing too about this whole subject in general is like, all right, and this goes for anything, bro. Like people, everything is like just into like trends and all that. Like if your whole objective is to get women out of just trying to be a high value man, bro, you're not going to succeed, bro. Because bro, being high value is like finding your purpose. But when you find your purpose, bro, you will be more incapable. You'll be more capable of doing everything. You feel me? So I don't know. It's just
Number one, Kevin Samuels uses that terminology a lot. Not that he has originated it, because it was something that we talked about in the sphere, but he's made it more popular. And so now you see a lot of people responding to the high value narrative. And Alpha Male Strategies made a very, very brilliant video, which is called "Becoming High Value Doesn't Guarantee You'll Attract More Women." And I'm not gonna deal with what he said on the video, but in fact, I would leverage that you would go to the video and watch it for yourself. But I'm gonna just deal with the topic and not the title, because I don't want to really build on what he talked about, but rather give my own spin. Okay. Kevin has been talking about high value men. And, you know, if we talk about what he would consider high value, just a few of those things would be a man who has a network, a man who has a certain amount of money, a certain amount of decorum, that comes around almost being elite. And when we're talking about high value, we're talking about high value black men, right?
okay.
And people believe that high value comes with the territory. That if I'm doing a lot better in life,
It equates to getting women and all
what
that.
that usually means
And
is I'm gonna
respect.
get more women. Okay.
9 times out of 10, yeah. If you think about it, yeah. Because I mean, with power comes responsibility. With wealth comes, shorties or whatever. But not everybody gonna know. Not everybody gonna know that you're successful. Like, granted, like if you're like an entertainer, more people will know. But like, just say like you're like a doctor or some shit or whatever. A female not gonna know. You feel me? You got that. That's where everything else plays into character. Like when you have morals, you have respect for yourself, you know how to talk to people. You feel me? All that stuff play into it. You feel me? And that's what the misconception comes from. Misconception comes from because people would be like, "Oh yeah, I got all this money, or da da da, I'm the shit." This, that, and the third, and then no, you're just a douchebag. I mean, yes, you're successful, but you're a scum person. You feel me? And 9 times out of 10, a lot of females don't be wanting to rock with that. I mean, it depends on the value of woman you want. You feel me?
What it means. I'll get more women because I am now a lot more high value. Now, you're a lawyer, you're a high value guy. You're not just a you're high value to society. Society deems you as that. You're a person that is
Yeah,
a doctor.
he's talking about what I'm just finished talking about.
Society deems you as high value. You're a
That you
successful
looking at just
entrepreneur.
career
Deems you
wise.
as high value in general. But just because society deems you as high value doesn't mean that you're going to get more women. How do we know that's true? Well, let's look at the black community because I think Kevin and Alpha Male Studies have good arguments on this. In the black community, which Alpha Male Strategies is from? If I'm not mistaken, he's from Alabama. Kevin's from Oklahoma. I'm from California. In the black community, you can be all of that. All right? Lawyer, doctor, a person that's contributing highly to society. And we know that black women just don't really find that so attractive all the time.
That's a fact.
As with other groups, I'm talking about African American women. Now, obviously,
and that goes into, I think, what was the video I just did with the whole with his other video actually. Like, if it's a basic black woman, right, and this dude's a doctor or whatever the case may be, and she used to dating trap niggas, scamming niggas, you feel me? She not gonna know who the fuck this nigga is, you feel me? He gonna be saying all the big words or whatever, and she gonna be like, okay, like she gonna try to like really dig in to like seeing what he is, you feel me? That plays into like a high value woman, you feel me? And not even just a high value woman, it's just like how like the woman perceives the man, you feel me?
the African community, Caribbean communities, they take such guys more serious. But in the black community, being a high value guy, important guy, doesn't write your ticket. There are other intangible things that are important. Let's be honest.
Personality, bro.
To a certain degree, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, looks definitely matter.
Says that looks are not really an important thing. I think that looks are somewhat important.
I would say looks nowadays, bro. Looks, I would say maybe like 25%, 30%, because legit. All right, now if you're a high value man and you're already attractive, like you're already like succeeding a lot of people, a lot of men. You feel me? But nigga, you know how many ugly niggas is out there that's winning? You feel me? So yeah, I could agree that. I could agree.
Shout out to Mr. Lucario. Because you know, if you like you take care of yourself, if you look more in shape, sure, you have more confidence in yourself. Shit. So I would assume that would have something more to help you. But to dating coaches like Lucario, Alpha Male Strategies, to their point, the game, your personality, because you can be high value and you can be a guy that can turn women off.
It's a fact. Be annoying.
Will stalk women. There are plenty of stories
corny.
from women.
Like you said, stalk. That's weird.
Say that they dealt with guys that had a lot of money. They called them all the time. They harassed them. They were extremely thirsty, and it ended up becoming a turnoff. You still need experience in the field. You know,
you experiencing everything. Yeah,
you need to know what to be able to say to a woman at the right time. A lot of things is about timing. You know, and also overcoming objections. Because here's the situation. I found this out. consider myself a successful guy. You know, I'm in Uganda right now. If I were to go and approach a woman, she don't know that, oh, I'm Oshay Duke Jackson, the entrepreneur. I'm Oshay Duke Jackson, the medical student. I'm Oshay Duke Jackson, the American.
Point I
When
was
I'm
saying
trying
before.
to initiate any conversation with her, do you know what that means? She doesn't care.
Don't
All
care.
she
Yeah.
knows is some Negro has walked up to her.
Cause legit, like you could be all of that, bro. That's why a lot of times, like with YouTubers or like just in general, like a celeb or whatever the case, bro. A lot of these niggas be mad corny, bro. And niggas look up to them, but at the end of the day, somebody may not even know who the fuck that person is, and then they got this ego about them. You feel me? That's why everything else plays into part when it comes to like the law of attraction. You feel me? Like that's where your energy come in hand, bro. If you got that energy where like just people just want to be around you, bro, that shit, son. People think that's false or whatever, bro. Why you think people like, oh, vibes, oh, what's the vibes or whatever the case may be, bro? Son, that's all energy, bro. Nigga, you got positive energy, bro. People, not just females, just people in general want to be around you. You feel me?
And trying to
that's
talk
what people gotta understand.
That's all that she knows. Which is initially, you know, unless a high value man is dressed very well, if a woman doesn't know who you are, then you can't depend on the fact that, well, I'm a high value doctor, I'm a high value lawyer.
Successful, yeah.
What's going to determine if you get to know her further is your personality, your conversation, your decorum, right? How you handle yourself. That's going to determine if it goes to another level.
I'm in the passenger seat.
Being able to deal with that is a whole different thing. A lot of times we equate. Now, don't get me wrong. Being high value can help you attract more women.
Yeah, that's a fact.
At the same time, don't guarantee it, but it could help you. It could help you because in your ecosystem, I want to talk about that. Now, for women who don't know you, doesn't matter. In your ecosystem, let's say, for example, you're a medical doctor. You're in a community where there are a lot of nurses there. You're in a community where there radio techs and stuff like that. Now, within the community of people that know you and respect you, that admire your work, that could help you attract more women in your ecosystem. Let's just talk about this. For example, guys who work as bouncers at clubs, okay?
Or if like you're on social media.
Why do guys that work as bouncers at clubs get so many women? Why do guys who club promote work so many women? Well, it's because if they're good, they're dominant in an industry where they interact with people in their ecosystem.
All the females and all that.
Clubs, who gets a lot of women, if he walks up to somebody outside of his ecosystem, that doesn't matter now. But if you're high value and you have women in your particular community, if you're a doctor and you're in a business community, right? You're a doctor, you're in a you might be in a different kind of community where, you know, people know what you do, people know who you are, stuff like that. Your church community could be. Then obviously, yes, that helps you leverage things. It can. But doesn't necessarily guarantee. Because again, when you're stuck out there and somebody doesn't know you, you gotta talk to yourself. That's different. So I asked guys to check out Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels does bring out really, really great points about high value guys, what they are. I consider myself one. Only do I consider myself one. I consider myself to be what people would consider alpha. I influence things and where I'm at. So that does also help you. High value doesn't necessarily also mean alpha.
It's a variation of it, though.
We can talk about. That's another story.
That's definitely a variation that alpha plays a role in high value, bro. You can't just say, oh, it's two totally different things. Like, yes, granted, it's two different things, but they play perfectly into each other because if I'm an alpha and I'm high value, the whole room is gonna see my aura. You feel me? In the sense of like, I'll be respected within my male counterparts and my female counterparts. So
Doesn't mean
it kind
alpha
of
alpha
plays in
doesn't
the
mean high value.
same situation.
You could be the
But I
alpha
could
guy
agree
in the
with what he's
group
saying.
and you're in prison, right? You could be the alpha guy in a group of bums, of homeless people.
Yeah, you're right.
You could be at the top of the pecking order of losers and be alpha. And the correct definition of alpha is that who are the top person in the group outside of women.
Yeah.
Right? But anyway, shout out to Alpha Male Strategies for this topic. Guys, go ahead and check them out on the first comment. Check out all the other guys too. Kevin Samuel, shout out to Mr. Lucario. Guys are doing an amazing job in the black dating sector. We have more and more content. I'm really, really excited about what is to come. Guys, it's your boy Oshay, dude.
Nah, bro, I fuck with the video though. Legit, he got a point. He got a point. He got a point. With everything. Actually, like I agree with everything he's literally saying. You feel me? I mean, to be to to ultimately be a high value man, bro. It it plays into everything, bro. Like legit, people have that misconception. Like, okay, once I'm successful, I'm considered high value. Yeah, in a sense, in an aspect, yes. In that field, in your field or whatever the case may be, in that point, that percentage of your life is fulfilled. Yes, I agree. But now it's time to work on everything else, or at the same time work on everything. You feel me? Because you be high value, like I said, career wise, but at the end of the day, still lack confidence in yourself. Even though being high value, you should already have that confidence. It's kind of like a contradiction or whatever the case may be, but you may lack confidence. Like you may be going through stuff mentally. You feel me? So being high value doesn't just mean career. You feel me? It means just the whole aspect of your life. You feel me? And homie, Duke, he hit it on the coffin. He nailed it on the coffin. Feel me? The only thing I would say is like, yeah, male alpha male, like that definitely plays in to being high value too. Feel me? You can't just say, oh, it's two totally different things. Like it plays into it. But you feel me? But nah, dope video, dope video. It's your boy G out there. Peace.